And please welcome to the stage Little Daddy, everybody.
How the hell y'all doing in that spotlight tonight? Man, I wasn't gonna come out because it was raining, and I said, fuck it. If Jesus can walk on water, why not me? Yeah, so I walked on water to get in here because it's raining outside. But you know what? I had to go to the doctor the other day because my plumbing down here wasn't working. So I had to get on the bus. So I caught the bus as I was riding the bus. The bus driver stops and picks this lady up. This lady gets on the bus. So when the lady gets on the bus, the lady does like this. The bus driver does like this. The lady do like this, the bus driver does like this. I said, hold on, man, that's some nasty ass shit. I'm gonna report you to RTA. He said, hold on, brother, you don't understand. The woman can't talk, she can't hear. She asked me without going uptown. I said, no, downtown. She asked me without going by the dairy. I said, no, the ballpark. She said, shit, I'm on the wrong bus. But anyway, when I get to my stop, I get off the bus and I go into the doctor's office. So when I get into the doctor's office, I explain my situation, you know, about my plumbing down here not working. So my doctor put me on Viagra. So now my wife taking it hard. So I was going to work the other day and forgot to take my blood pressure pill. I turned back around, I ran in the house and I grabbed the wrong pill. I grabbed the Viagra by mistake. Man, that was the first time I ever worked hard on the job. So when I was at work, this dude that looked like a lady pulled up on me. She said, I see you working hard. I said, yeah, I took a Viagra. She said, for real? I said, no, I'm just bullshitting. I said, you ever took one? She said, no, I don't use that stuff. I said, what you do to get your shit hard? She said, I got a strap. I said, a gun? Because that's what they call a strap nowadays. So, you know, it's kind of like fucked up. But then, you know, going to the doctor's office is always something crazy because I had to go to the doctor because I just had cataract surgery done. Now I can finally see through the bullshit. Made me think, what if everybody was born with an eyeball in the crack of their ass? They'd be talking about some shit they seen last night. Now that's some real shit. And then people actually say, why you always use the word shit? S-H-I-T, simply how I think. Now that's some real shit. But you know how you go to the doctor and the doctor always want to put you on some type of pill? So I'm going to the doctor, so they want to put me on a blood pressure pill. Because they say my blood pressure high. If you would have seen how ugly this doctor was, your blood pressure would probably be high too. But you know what? I refuse to take the pill because I call it a penis control pill. You know, because I'm still sexually active. You know, ladies, I'm 69 years old. Don't I got that sex appeal? But that's how I do sex with the pills. Last week I took a Viagra, the damn thing got stuck in my throat. My damn neck was stiff for about 6 hours. But seriously, y'all, next month, June the 9th, I'll be 70 years old. I just don't look it. You know, I smoked crack for 29 years. I went to a spot, I followed a young lady one time. I was going to try to have some sex, right? I went into a spot, took one hit, and was stuck for 29 years. But I've been sober 7 years. So I had to go through this program, and I went through this program that said if you want to stay sober, you got to change your people, places, and things. And the first thing you want to do is give her your drug dealer's phone number. Man, I ain't talked to my daughter since. Yeah, that's some real shit. But I'm glad to be like I am now today, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. I ain't got too much to say. It's just a lot going on in my mind. You know what? I realize dealing with women, maybe it's just me. You know what I'm saying? Women can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff been going on. I even have stuff in my house and people that on the streets. Let me know women can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? But I still keep on doing what I do because I like to make money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an old school hustler. You know, I work on cars. You know what I'm saying? And I worked on this one lady's car, and when I got done, she said, how much I owe you? I said, $70. She said, $70? I said, yeah. She said, I seen how you been looking at me. I said, no, baby, I wasn't looking at you. She said, yes, you was. I said, sweetheart, I need my money. I was not looking at you. She said, what's wrong with me? I said, baby, I don't want nothing overused and played with. That's my time, y'all.
Keep it going for Little Daddy. How many times is this thing gonna cut out?